Gary Carnwell, ex-mayor of Cahokia, co-chair of the Cahokia division of the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition. I got to tell you, I want to salute you. Guys have stood strong. You're still fighting. Usually after the election, people lick their wounds and move on. You guys licked your wounds. There were a few wounds, but you stood tall, and you're still, even though you're not the mayor of Cahokia, you're still out there fighting day and night for the good people of Cahokia.
Yeah, and there's been a public outcry in Cahokia since the election took place. I think some people took some things for granted. They thought that we were going to do better. They didn't understand the consequences of what can happen with vote fraud and absentee ballots, and that came back to bite us in a big way. And so there's a lot of public concern going on right now. There's an organization that's came basically out of the woodwork, Help Save Cahokia. It's all over Facebook. It's got a lot of members, a lot of hits, a lot of likes, and a lot of people are involved with this, and they're active in the community at a high level right now. They're pointing out some things that are being done wrong by the administration, and I agree 100% because those things need to be exposed. They need to do this in the sunshine and expose it so it can't be done in darkness and nobody know about it. So they're doing a great job with that. And this administration that's doing some very questionable things right now, they're going to pay the price for that, and there's a lot of people on board. They're concerned with what's happening, not only in Cahokia, but in all of St. Clair County. They're really starting to get it. They're on board with the coalition. It's coming on strong. This radio show helps out a lot with that to get the word out. And now it's getting very close to time to hit the street, and we're prepared to do that.
Gary, I don't know if you can even speak on this, but there were 5 or 6 employees, union employees in Cahokia, that God Sprague, that Curtis McCall Jr. and Curtis McCall Sr. is always in the mix. They illegally laid them off. They haven't fired them. They've laid them off, and then they've hired directors of this, directors of that. And I don't know what your take is on it, but I know every election the Democrats say, we need union support. The unions, and the unions primarily are supportive of the Democrats. But I would ask all you proud union members, how the hell can you be supportive of the political arm in St. Clair County, the Democratic political arm, when, number one, there's no union shop anywhere at the St. Clair County Courthouse, and number two, God Sprague, who was the city attorney in Cahokia, didn't stop Curtis McCall from illegally laying off 6 or 7 or 8 some of your union brothers and sisters. They went ahead and went through with it, but now come 2016, you'll see God Sprague. You'll see him Labor Day. You'll see him on Monday. Stone, who when he had his house built in Smithton, used scab labor. All the carpenters hate him. But how the hell can people be behind the Democratic culture of corruption when they don't do anything? You know what, you union guys, they treat you like they treat the blacks down below the hill. They'll come and ask for your support, and after you give it to them, you don't see them again. But Gary, can you speak on that or not?
Yes, I can. I'll be careful with it, but they seem to be under the false impression. This new board and this new mayor, they seem to be under the false impression that if they can push it through the board, that makes it legal. What they don't understand is that it doesn't matter if you have the board in your pocket or not. You cannot do illegal things. And the moves that they made with the termination of these union employees, they broke every rule. They broke village policy. They broke the union contract. They broke state law. They broke federal laws on these folks. It's not okay what they did. And just because they have the votes in their pocket on the Board of Trustees, I want the board to understand you cannot take illegal action. You cannot approve for somebody to rob a bank, and that makes it okay. No more than you can approve for these illegal firings.
And also, Gary, they've disrespected every union member. 520, they ought to be up in arms. 520 ought to be up in arms because what Curtis McCall did, and he wants the union support when he gets elected. What Bob Sprague did, and he wants the union support when he gets elected, they slapped him in the face.
That's right. And, the thing to do right now is go to arbitration. Get an outside person from outside of this area to come down and take a look at this information, all the particulars of this, and they will make a fair ruling. And then let's move on. Let's get these folks their jobs back.